What are the chances of surviving the apocalypse in these locations? This is the question we are going to try to answer in today's video. We will go through each location in the game and we will discuss what are the chances of survival through the zombie apocalypse if we stayed only in that specific location. So these are the categories: surviving forever, great chances, decent but risky, for a few days only, 0% chance of survival. But before starting to rank these locations, we have to establish the points that we are going to use to rank these locations. First are the defenses. The location needs to be well protected, having solid and robust walls that can withstand a horde of zombies. Food and water. The location needs to have a decent amount of supplies, and also we will see if it would be possible to start a plantation of food. Guns, armor and healing items. The location needs to have good weapons and some healing items in order to fight off the zombies. Other survivors. The location needs to have a few survivors that can help us survive through difficult situations. So here are the locations that we will rank. Of course, I did not include resource zones. And for this scenario, we are going to assume that the locations are all cleared of the zombies. The only zombies that we are going to worry about are the ones that are coming from outside, like hordes. And the loot is in the chests, even the loot inside the coupon crates in Bunker Alpha, for example. Okay, let's start the tier list. So first we have the police station. So starting with the defenses, I guess the police station would be highly protected because yeah, it's the police. Like they are going to make the walls strong and robust. The walls are well made and they are made to withstand attacks, like even from raiders. Even if raiders attack the police station, the walls will hold up for a moment, for sure. For the defenses, I think they are great. So in terms of food and water, like I don't think you will find a lot of supplies. Like there's a couple of canned food and maybe bottles of water that you can find inside this machine. But in terms of the other chests, you will not find any food. And the ground here is all rocks. There's no way you will be able to plant anything here. So no plantations, no food. Overall, the food and water supplies are going to be very low here. When it comes to weapons and healing items, of course, you will be able to find a lot of weapons inside the crates. So let's assume that you will be able to open one crate of each. So one brown crate, one green crate, one blue crate, and one purple crate. So you'll be able to open these. You will also find armor, you will find healing items, and you will find some resources that maybe can help you survive for a few days. But I wouldn't say that you have great chances of survival here. Like you will have to go outside to like do expeditions to find supplies maybe. I would say that survival in the police station is going to be decent but risky. Like you don't have to worry about protection and you don't have to worry about guns and armor, but you will have to worry about food, so you will have to struggle with that. And yeah, when it comes to, of course, other survivors, there is one guy. There is the guy that exchanges the cards. Maybe you can become friends with him and you'll be able to survive together, where you can help each other in difficult situations. So yeah, overall I would say that the police station is a decent location to survive, but there is a lot of risks. Okay, now we have Bunker Alpha. Again, Bunker Alpha, as you know, it's a bunker literally. So basically like it is the best option for survival in a zombie apocalypse. You don't have to worry about protection at all. Everything is protected. Like there is no way zombies will be able to get through the walls of Bunker Alpha. And especially if you go down the floors, like no way. There's no way they will be able to get down there. So as for protection, it is a 10 out of 10. But then when it comes to food and water, same thing with the police station. You will find a couple of beef jerky and canned food inside the coupon crate. You will also be able to find a couple of bottles of water inside the floors. But other than that, there is not much food here. So it's going to be a problem. And again, you will have to go and do expeditions in order to find supplies. And then we have, of course, guns and healing items, and you will find plenty of that inside the coupon crates. You will get a couple of guns, a couple of weapons that can help you defend yourself against the raiders or zombies. And then finally, when it comes to other survivors, I guess there is already the specialist and the other guy inside this room here. So will be able to have a good group of survivors here. These people are from the military, so they have good instincts of survival. They are well trained, they can use guns, they can use weapons. So I would assume that they are skilled. They are skilled for the apocalypse. So you'll be able to survive and you'll be able to fight off zombies easily, I think. The only problem, as we said, is going to be food and water. And yeah, I would say that even though there is not much food and water, I would still put Bunker Alpha in great chances. Because, as I said, the chances are great. You don't have to worry about protection, about guns, about other survivors. Like, you are well protected. But when it comes to food and water, you will have to struggle. You will have to do expeditions. You will have to go outside to scavenge for these supplies. So this is why I'm putting it in great chances. And next up we have Bunker Bravo. Okay, so Bunker Bravo is quite the opposite of Bunker Alpha. Because yeah, for sure, as I said, it is a bunker. So you don't have to worry about protection. The walls are going to be robust forever. Zombies and enemies will not be able to destroy them at all. But the problem in Bunker Bravo is that there is not much supplies. Like, it is completely empty of supplies here. No food, no water, and no guns. Like, the cargo crates does not give any guns or any armor. You might find like some grenades, maybe some landmines that you can use to trap zombies outside maybe. But other than that, like, there is nothing. On top of that, the floors below are also radioactive, so you will not be able to go there. In terms of survivors, there's no survivors here. Like, you are alone, you will be alone. So even though Bunker Bravo seems to be a good place for survival in terms of protection, I would put it in for a few days only. Like, you will be able to stay for a couple of days, maybe to survive for a few nights. Maybe if you are getting chased by a horde, you will be able to stay in Bunker Bravo and the zombies will not be able to attack you. But after a while, you will have to leave. You will have to go away and find other resources. Okay, now we have the farm. In terms of protection, I would put the farm like pretty low. Like, there's not much to protect you in the farm. It's all empty. There is just the house and the barn, which I would assume that they are not that strong to withstand any enemies. And also it is pretty small, so you will be confined in a small space. So it is not optimal to survive in the farm. On top of that, like, as I said, the farm is huge and it is all empty. There's no protection, so zombies can attack you from all around. Like, if you don't pay attention, zombies can attack you from behind and you will die immediately. But in terms of food and water, of course, you are basically set, because you will be able to find mushrooms and carrots inside the stashes, and you will be able to start plantations. Like, you are basically good here in terms of food and water. And then for guns and armor, I would say it is pretty decent. Like, it's not the greatest ever. Inside the blue box, you will be able to get a melee weapon, maybe a gun, a set of armor, some healing items, and yeah, that's it, really. You will have to be careful because they won't last forever. And yeah, in terms of other survivors, there's not really any other survivor here. You are going to be alone and no one is going to help you. And for this reason, I would say that the farm is in for a few days only. So in my opinion here, like, your best chance of survival in the farm is that you gather all the supplies, all the food, and all the water, the weapons, the guns, and you get the hell out of there. Like, you maybe survive for a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, and then you go away. The most important thing in a survival location is going to be the protection. If there is no protection, you will not be able to survive for long. Like, zombies will be able to attack you from everywhere. No way you're going to survive. Next up, we have the factory. Okay, so factory is actually, in my opinion, pretty decent in terms of protection. The building in the middle seems to be well protected, like it's bricks. So I think we can say that it is well protected, solid, and it can withstand a horde of zombies. And yeah, you can always go to the basement, just in case. You can always go to the basement and hide there for a moment so that zombies go away. In terms of food and water, you can always start here a garden, because as you can see, There are lots of vegetation, lots of trees, even oak trees are here. So it seems that the soil is great for plants. So we'll be able to start a plantation here of maybe, I don't know, carrots or potatoes. In terms of weapons and guns, well, there's nothing here. No weapons, no armor, no healing items, just simple resources inside the chests. It is going to be hard to fight off zombies. Like I said, your best chances here is going to be to hide inside the factory in the middle. You don't want to fight enemies here. And of course, there are no survivors here. Unfortunately, you will be alone. And this is why I will put the factory great chances. Because as I said, the protections is good. There is a decent amount of food and water, and you will be able to start plantations. And yeah, this is two important things here. These are two important requirements for a good survival location. Okay, next up we have the gas station. And yeah, in terms of protection, the gas station I would say is in the middle because it depends where you go. If you go to the VIP zone, then you are, I think, pretty good. Like it seems that you can withstand a couple of horde of zombies here. And especially like there are a ton of survivors here. Like a lot of people. You'll be able to fight off zombies easily. And then in terms of food and water, I believe that there are stands in the VIP zone that can give you like medkits, that can give you raw turkey, that can give you like food and bottles of water. And then in terms of guns and armor, well, there is not much here, unfortunately. You will not be able to find a lot of weapons here. As I said, you will be able to find medkits in one of the stands. But other than that, unfortunately, there's no guns and armor. And as I said, this location is filled with other survivors. So in that term, you'll be good to go. So yeah, overall, I would say that for me, in my opinion, the gas station is one of the best locations to survive. For me, I would say that it is surviving forever. You just have to stay in a community, with the people, and you will be able to rebuild the community here. If you are careful with your stocks of resources, and if you are careful with other zombies, I think you will be able to survive for a long time, and yeah, you will be able to grow a community. Okay, next up we have 3 of the worst locations to survive. These 3, Ice Trap Ship, Infected Forest, and the Landfill. 3 of the worst locations to survive. There is no way you will be able to survive in any of these locations. There is no protection at all. You will die from the cold or from the spores. There is no food and water. Like, you will not be able to grow anything in these locations. There is no guns, no armor, no medkits, nothing like that. No supplies at all. And there are no other survivors. Like 0% chance of survival, the worst of the worst. Like, if you stay in these locations, like, it's basically hardcore. No way, no survival here. Okay, next up we have the motel. Okay, so the motel is composed of 2 buildings, let's say. Yeah, the main building in the middle, and then there is the basement. So if we take the main building, I would say that it is decent for survival. The protection will be decent. Like, the walls are not going to be that robust, that solid, but yeah, it's going to be decent. And inside the basement, well, nothing is going to be able to get you. Like, if you shut down the door behind you, nothing is going to get you. In terms of food and water, I believe that you will be able to find a couple of bottles of water and a couple of canned food inside the building. And there is also berries that spawn here, so you'll be able to eat berries for a long time. In terms of guns and armor, I would say here, like, it is definitely really bad. There's not much weapons here. Maybe you'll be able to find a couple of baseball bats or a couple of golf clubs, and that would be it. No weapons, no guns really, and no armor as well. You'll be maybe able to find a couple of helmets here and there, and that's it. And finally, we have people, other survivors. Well, there's no other survivor here. So overall, I would say the motel is decent, but risky. Yeah, like, it is 50-50 here. You will have to take a lot of risks. In terms of protection and food and water, you are good to go. But the fact that there is no weapons and you will be alone, like, any risk, anything can kill you. So you will have to stay inside the basement basically and eat all the berries, and that's it. Okay, the next up we have the port. Okay, so the port is, in terms of protection, I would say insane, to say the least, because in the port lab, basically, I don't believe that any zombie will be able to get through that. Like, the port lab would be like a bunker. You know, it would be like a bunker. So in terms of protection, I think you are good to go. Then in terms of food and water, you will be able to find a couple of supplies here and there inside the port lab, inside the building, and you also can fish because there's an ocean right beside you. So maybe you'll be able to fish and you get some fish. Yeah, so that's great. Like, I think that's good. And then we have guns and armor and healing items. And yeah, you also will be able to find a couple of these items inside the storage crates. So that's good to go. Finally, we have other survivors. And yeah, you will be able to find a couple of survivors inside the port. There is this guy beside the boat. There is, of course, the janitor that can help you. There is the people inside the building here that can help you as well. So there are a couple of survivors, and you will be able to survive together. Taking all of that into consideration, I think the port is along with the gas station. Like, in my opinion, the port seems to be a great location to survive. You will be able to survive for a long time. If you are careful, if you are patient, if you don't take any risks, you will be able to survive for a while. Lastly, we have the transport hub. Okay, so the transport hub is pretty big. It is a massive location. Of course, there is the building in the middle. I think it has great protection. The walls seems to be great. Storage containers everywhere. So you'll find, I think, maybe a couple of resources. Like, I would assume that in some of these crates, there are some resources, some supplies, or maybe some food and water. And similar to the port, the transport hub also is close to an ocean, so you'll be able to fish. So in terms of protection and food and water, you are good to go. In terms of guns and armor and healing items, I think you'll be able to find a couple of resources here and there inside the crates and inside the, like, maybe the BPD crate. And finally, in terms of other survivors, well, there's nothing here. I believe that there is no other survivor in the transport hub. You are alone. Overall, I would put the transport hub as the same as Bunker Alpha and the factory. I would put them in the same positions. And yeah, for me, this is my tier list. The best locations to survive are the gas station and the port. These are the two most optimal locations. And the worst ones are the ice trap chip, the infected forest, and the lead field. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.